Welcome to Trail Talk here on LTTV. I'm Chris Forde. I'm the Director of Marketing at Illinois Eastern Community Colleges and Lincoln Trail College. And I'm joined by Lincoln Trail College President, Dr. Zahi Atallah. How are you doing today, Zahi?
I'm doing really well. How about yourself?
Good, thank you. Well, Zahi, a couple of weeks ago, we started talking about a growth mindset in higher education, specifically in higher education. And we're going to do a little mini-series on what that is, what that means, and we're going to continue that conversation today a little bit. But to start off, let's just kind of recap for our viewers real quickly. When we're talking about a growth mindset, what are we talking about?
Yeah, great point. We're talking about a comparison between two sets of people or two sets or two moments in one person's life whereby we're either fixed and we think we can't go beyond our current abilities and learning versus the ability and willingness to acquire new learning, new skills, new opportunities that present themselves to us. And again, it could be a person or it could be moments in one person's life.
So, as we talk about this, obviously we're taking the higher ed spin on this, but this is something that, really could be applied anywhere, and it has been. But one of the things that I really like about this is, the idea that you can learn a lot from failure. As you kind of go through, and I think there's definitely areas where that definitely applies in a higher ed place where you can learn from your struggles and grow from that and build on that.
Absolutely, but let's switch from the use of failure to the use of not there yet. Mm-hmm. And that's what changes, because failure tells you that it's abject. You've reached a point that is so low there is nothing below it, as opposed to the not yet. You're on the ascendance. You have to develop some more skills or more knowledge, but you can potentially get there. What does it take? It takes perhaps a different work ethic, or it takes a different approach to the work, or it takes a different support system, but you can get there.
Right, and one of the things that, as we were talking about getting ready for today's episode, we talked about this, and, it's recognizing and helping students, as they're going through things. But that doesn't necessarily mean we're just rewarding them for showing up. This isn't a case where everybody gets a trophy or everybody gets an A or whatever because they showed up. This is really about hard work.
It is, and it doesn't equate lowering standards. It is not the same as, because you just enrolled, you're going to pass. Those things are diametrically opposed from one another. What we would be doing is maintaining our standards, maintaining the quality, but supporting the students to get there and recognizing that we all come to our learning from different angles and different perspectives. Therefore, how can we prepare ourselves to support those students as individuals with their particular needs?
So this is something exciting that we're going to be talking about over the coming weeks. The idea is we'll really start to dive into this even a little bit deeper, talk about how we can apply this and how we are applying this at Lincoln Trail College and what it can mean for higher ed in general.
Yes, and how it impacts the institution. We all have to revert to a growth mindset, not just the students. We have to grow to meet the students and their needs.
All right, so if you like this video, certainly, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, share it with with your friends as well, and join us on all of our social media channels as well for Lincoln Trail College. So we've been talking about a growth mindset, and this is a series that we are doing here on LTTV. And for Dr. Zahi Atallah, I'm Chris Forde. We'll see you next time on Trail Talk on LTTV.